Hey guys, it's Sophie the Shadow Hunter, and today I'm gonna do for you guys my part 2 of my TBR takedown. I know I should have already done this video already. I'm sorry about that, but I've been just trying to film all my other videos that I want to film, and it's very difficult to get it all done. So I hope you guys like this video. Please be sure in the comments down below to show me how your guys' TBR is going for your finishing it on Goodreads, or just your overwhelming amount of books you want to read in the comments down below. So let's get started. In my first video, I did 14 to 15 books, and so I'm going to do another 15 on my TBR that I want to get read between this year and going on to next year. Like I said, I've read 60 books, and I need to read 30 more to meet my goal, which I'm going to try really hard to do, but if not, it's going to be okay. I'm going to read as much as I possibly can. I feel like I'm out of my reading slump. I actually really want to read now, because I'm reading the books I want to read, and I'm enjoying them, and so it's making me want to read. So hopefully I can make up for some of the time I've lost this year. So I hope I can do that. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first book I'm going to show you guys is The Darkling Bride by Lauren Anderson. I got this in the Page Habit book when I was subscribed to them this year, and let me read what this is about. It says, the spellbinding novel from the award-winning author of the Bottle and King trilogy travels to the Irish countryside, where 3 generations of one noble family must face the truth about their history and their mysteries and their destiny. The Gallagher family has called Deep Rath Castle home for 700 years. Nestled in the Wicklow Mountains of Ireland, the estate is now slated to become a public trust. A book lover and a scholar, Cara Ryan, is hired to take inventory of its historic library. But after meeting Adrian, the current Viscount Gallagher, and his enigmatic family, Cara knows that her task will be more challenging than she thought. 2 decades before, Aidan's parents died violently at Deep Rath. The case, which was never closed, has recently been taken up by a new detective determined to find the truth. The couple's unusual deaths harken back a century, where 23-year-old Lady Jensen Gallagher also died at Deep Rath under mysterious circumstances, leaving behind an infant son and her husband, a renowned writer who never published again. These incidents are only fueled fantastical theories about the Darkling Bride, local legends of sultry and dangerous woman from long ago whose wrath continues to haunt the castle. The past catches up to the present, and all clues in the house soon have Cara wondering if there are unseen forces stalking the Gallagher family. As secrets emerge from the shadows and the Gallagher gets closer to answers and to Aidan, could she be the Darkling Bride's next victim? So this book sounds awesome. It's just up my alley. It's mystery, it's history, and it's just everything that I want in a book. I love reading about times of old like that. So if you guys read that book, please show me in the comments down below what you think about it. Next to how I've owned this book for probably 3 or 4 years, and I still haven't read it. And when I bought it, it was really cheap from Hastings, and it's to a series. So I guess I'll just go ahead and read it. I might be kind of confused, but it's In the Age of Love and Chocolate by Gabrielle Zevin. It says, in the age of bitterness, in the age of difficult alliances, in the age of success and failure, in the age of romance, in the age of redemption, I remain Anya Blanchine. Alright, that really didn't give much about it, but she's a New York Times best-selling author. So this sounds interesting. I'm really not sure what it's about, but I want to read this, and I hope that I can read it soon. I think it'll be a quick read. Next I have The Hotel on Palace Vendome by Taylor J. Mazzio. I've had this book for probably about 3 years, and I still haven't read it. I really want to read it, so I want to read it soon. It says, established in 1898 in the heart of Paris on Place Vendome and Hotel Ritz instantly. Established in 1898 in the heart of Paris on the Palace Vendome and Hotel Ritz instantly become an icon of the city frequented by film stars and celebrity writers. American hires and risk-it flappers, politicians, playboys, and princes. In June 1940, when France fails the Germans, orders from Berlin's specify that Hotel Ritz will be the only luxury hotel in its kind in occupied Paris. Taylor J. Mazio traces the history of the cultural landmark from its opening. Alright, next we have the book to talk about, Cycling Home from Siberia by Rob Litwall. I also got this about a year and a half ago off of Book Outlet Online, which is a great reading place to get books from. It says, having left his job as a high school geography teacher, Rob Litwall arrived in Siberia equipped only with a bike and a healthy dose of fear. Cycling Home from Siberia recounts his epic 3.5-year, 30,000-mile journey back to England via the foreboding jungles of Papua New Guinea, an Australian cyclone, and Afghanistan's war-torn Hindu Kush. A gripping story of endurance and adventure, this is also a spiritual journey, providing poignant insight into life on the road in some of the world's toughest corners. This book sounds awesome. I can't wait to read it. Great. Next I have The 13 Hollows by Michael Scott and Colette Friedman. The 13 Hollows. The Hollows, ancient artifacts imbued with primal and deadly power, but they're prosecutors of this world or the keys to its destruction. A gruesome murder in London reveals a sinister plot to uncover a 2,000-year-old secret. For decades, the keeper guarded these hollows, keeping them safe, hidden and apart from one another. But now the keepers are being brutally murdered, their prizes stolen, the ancient object bathed in their blood, not only a few remain. With her dying breath, one of the keepers convinces Sarah Miller, a virtual stranger, to deliver her hollow, a broken soul with devastating powers, to her nephew Owen. The duo quickly become suspects in a series of murders as they are chased by both the police and the sadistic dark man and his noble mistress. As Sarah and Owen search for the surviving keepers, they unravel a deadly secret the keepers were charged to protect. This mystery led Sarah and Owen on a cat-and-mouse chase through England and Wales, and history itself, as they discovered that the sword may be the only thing standing between the world and the horror beyond the imagining. 13 Hollows is the brilliant beginning of a spellbinding new song, a thrilling tale of ancient magic in modern times, by New York's best-selling author and award-winning playwright. This book sounds awesome. I can't wait to read it. I love things like mystery and fairies, and I haven't read a lot of those. It's been a while, so I'm excited to read that again and get into that genre again. Next, I have The Nazi Doctors by Robert J. Lifton, Medical Killing and the Psychology of Genocide. I started reading this book like 3 years ago, and I didn't get very far in it. I'm really excited to read it completely and see what it has to say. It says, how could physicians trained as healers become killers? In this dark question that engaged renowned psychiatrist Robert J. Lifton for nearly 10 years in interviews with former Nazi doctors and Auschwitz survivors, as well as extensive historical research in this most powerful and important book, he illuminates the Nazi biomedical vision, whereby mass murder was committed to heal the racially diseased body of the German nation. Lifton shows that from Nazis' little understood early program of sterilization and enthusiasm to death camps, doctors were indispensable to Hitler's final solution. He explains how they were far beyond grotesque experiments to direct involvement in the entire killing program. Lifton describes the doctors' behavior in psychological details, especially their specific environment of Auschwitz, where they were routinely engaged in killing. The doctors became murderers, and he closed through doubling the forming a second readily anonymous self, a process enhanced by the Nazi vision of a revitalized German people. The author illustrates these points with portraits of 3 SS physicians, including Joseph Mengele and the chief doctor of Auschwitz. Finally, Lifton relates medical killing to broader principles of doubling and genocide by exploring psychological conditions that promote the human potential for evil. This extraordinary book makes an elevated contribution to humanity's struggle to prevent Holocaust and genocide. This book sounds very interesting, and I can't wait to read it. Next, I have Psi Like You by Casey West. I had this book by default. I got it. I tried out. What was it? I want to say it was. No, it wasn't Book of the Month. I got this from a book a book box that I tried. I had a discount for it. I didn't know I was going to get this, but ever since I've had this, I've been wanting to read it because I don't read a lot of books like this, and I always feel like once in a little while I could use a little fun love story like this. So let's see what it says. Signed, sealed, delivered. While spacing out in chemistry class, Lily scribbles some of her favorite song lyrics onto her desk. The next day, she finds that someone has continued the lyrics on the desk and added a message to her intrigue. Soon, Lily and her anonymous pen pal are exchanging full-on letters, sharing secrets, recommending bands, and opening up to each other. Lily realizes she's kind of falling for this letter writer. Only who is he? As Lily attempts to unravel the mystery and jungle school friends, crushes, and her crazy family, she discovers the matters of the heart can always be spelled out. Casey West brings irresistible wit, warmth, and sparkle to this swoon-worthy story of letters showing up where you least expect it. So it was from Uppercase. And it always seems very interesting to me because it has online stuff to go with it, and it's very entertaining. I'm always just skeptical of getting boxes. Like, I loved Alcrate and I loved Page Half. That's my favorite. I'm definitely going to go back to that in the near future. But not knowing what type of book it is has really been, like, I still enjoyed all the books I got in Alcrate. I just didn't love them. But so far with Page Half, I love most of all those books, and because I'm very picky with the books I like to read, it makes me wary of trying those. So if you guys have other know good book boxes to check out, please recommend them down below. Next, I have a book by Stephen Amory's D-Day, June 6, 1944, The Climatic Battle of World War II. So this is obviously about D-Day and World War II, and I'm very excited to read it, and I'll do a review on it when I finish it. Alright guys, that's all the books I have to show you guys for today. I hope you liked this video. Please be sure to comment down below about your TBR goals and your TBR takedowns if you guys are doing them. I hope you liked this video, and I'll be sure to see you guys soon. Bye!